Bonjour tout le monde. I just wanted to give you some more information about what to expect from your French language classes at the Sorbonne this summer. So these are the courses, the language courses that you are registered for, and that's going to be either FRE 2200, which is third semester French, FRE 2201, which is fourth semester French, and FRE 3423, which is the Advanced Grammar Abroad class. These are offered by the Sorbonne, as you know. And so if I go to the course syllabus provided to you on web courses, you wouldn't be able to see this, but I know that the course description is really the only, the first line in the course description is really the only thing that changes among the syllabi. So for the FRE 2200 class, you can see this third semester French 3 course is intended to further, so on and so forth. Okay, so if I go up to the 2201 class, you'll see it change to this fourth semester French course. And if you are in the Advanced Grammar Abroad, you will see that this Advanced French Grammar Abroad course is intended to, so on and so forth. I am the instructor of record, which means I'm the one reporting the grades to UCF, even though you are taking classes at the Sorbonne and I won't be in front of you teaching the class. So I am required to have a syllabus for you, and the syllabus has some information on it that is useful, and you'll pardon me, I'm just going to scroll down to the assignments that you are required to do. Let me take a stop here and let's look at the course materials. The required materials are anything that is distributed or required by the Sorbonne, and there is some information, just not in this document. I'll show you where to find it. Web courses, you can still communicate with me via web courses. As far as the contact information for your professors at the Sorbonne, I don't know what information you will get from them, but I'm sure they will be available to you at certain hours, before class, after class, etc. So the course activities for each and every one of the language classes, it's the same, okay? It's designed to expose you to important and useful grammatical structures no matter what level you are registered for. And to successfully complete the class, you have to go to class, attend the face-to-face sessions at the Sorbonne, which are Monday through Friday, and you have to complete and submit all of the work that is required of you by your professors at the Sorbonne. Okay, that's really the biggest part of this. As your instructor of record, I have to tell you that I will be checking you into class. I will be at the Sorbonne. I will be looking for you in class. I won't be roaming the halls, hunting you down, but in the morning I would like to be there to greet you at the Sorbonne, just to let you know that I'm there and I'm looking for you and I want you to be there, etc. You are allowed one unexcused absence. So if you're sick to your stomach or something like that, you can't make it to class, that's fine. If it becomes something more where you need to go see a doctor, well then of course with the doctor's note and me obviously going with you to the doctor, etc., you would be allowed to miss more class if it's really something very serious. But if it's something, you slept through your alarm, that's going to be your one unexcused absence. So just be mindful of that. Because each unexcused absence after that, just like with the FRE 3955 study abroad class, each additional absence will result in a deduction of 2 percentage points from your final grade. All right, again, harsh policy, but that's the way we roll. So I can't offer you any extra credit. You're going to be in France, so hopefully it'll be easy to use the language that you're learning. I just wanted to look at the percentage of grade. For participation and attendance, I have it at 45%. And the work that you do at the Sorbonne at 55%. I'm open to suggestions if we come together on July 2nd during our meeting and we talk about this a little bit and you want to make it a 50-50 split between the two types of activities. I'm definitely open to that possibility. So don't be surprised when I bring it up, and we'll talk about it on July 2nd when we're all meeting. All right. Other than that, the syllabi that you have provided to you on web courses is really not very useful. It doesn't tell you a whole lot of information about what to expect from the course. So what I want to do is I want to point out that you have, through the World Strides app, you have the full itinerary. Okay, so this is the trip ID, and there's Lauren. She's been wonderful and working really hard to get all of this put together. What you're going to see is I'm going to jump down to the very last page, and this is where you're going to find a very useful document. This is a document that tells you all about the structure, materials, expectations, everything like that at the Sorbonne. I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to open it up in Word so you can see it. I think. There we go. So this is the official document that comes from the Sorbonne. It's all about the July sessions. All right, the student guide. If you didn't receive this, check your spam or your junk mail. Okay, you're arriving on the 1st. We have a day on July 2nd to go through health and safety information and some other information that will be useful to you during our time in Paris as far as the whole trip is concerned. And then on July 3rd at 8:30 in the morning, you start classes at the Sorbonne. So you have to be at the Sorbonne at 8:30 in the morning in class, ready to go. Okay. Please note this requirement or this request to keep your student identification card with you at all times. Be on time. Yay. So be mindful of that. You can see here is the address and the secretary's office, the telephone number, the email address, and the website there for you. All right. You have been enrolled in this E020 course, which includes 10 hours a week of language courses and a phonetics aspect to it, in addition to those lectures. Okay, so you paid for them already, but the lectures, remember, are going to be part of your 3955 class. Okay. Now this is interesting. Let's take a look at the phonetics. All right, so the language classes, that's not gonna vary. You're gonna be taking that during the entire month of July. There's one major holiday that comes up, but mostly it's Monday through Friday. The phonetics lab. Now the interesting thing is here that they mention here that it's 1 hour a day during 2 continuous weeks. But if you look more closely at the itinerary that's provided by World Strides, it looks like they have the phonetics planned out for the entire month. So I'm waiting on an answer to that question. Is it 2 weeks or is it the whole month? If I don't find out before I get to Paris, then we will certainly go over that on July 2nd when we're meeting with the World Strides representatives. Okay, but you can see that there are other types of classes that they offer at the Sorbonne. It's just the one in yellow is the one that you are signed up for, and you'll get credit for whatever level of French you signed up for, you're registered for at UCF. Okay. So here's a little bit more information about the lectures, and you can see the schedule of lectures. Okay, so if you forget, here's the schedule of lectures, but this information is also available on what is that thing called? Web courses, where I put it on the course calendar for 3955. All right, you can see they continue also into August, but of course that won't be part of our program. All right, so let's go down to page 7, books for work. You can purchase books requested by teachers from different bookshops in the district. This is the bookshop that they are recommending. Here is the website if you want to check that out before you get to Paris. They offer a certification for whatever level you are. This isn't a recognized system, so this will tell whoever, if you say, oh, I graduated or I took a class and I'm certified at an A2 level, then they'll know what that means. Okay. There are other national certifications, but that's not what we're interested in. All right, let's take a look at the school life. Information sessions about sessions are posted in the lobby. Only the secretary can put things up there. And they have determined that the schedule that is established will be the schedule all session long. So no changes possible. They can't accommodate, travel plans or anything like that. But it sounds like, from what I've heard, people have scheduled weekend trips for after the class is let out. All right. Let's see. So holidays. All right. Classes start on the 3rd. So July 1st and July 2nd, you will have no class. This is a good one. Monday, July 15th, there is no class. It's the day after Bastille Day. So they're going to give you a day off after the festivities of Bastille Day. Okay. The information about the Wi-Fi that's available on campus is there for you. And then they give you a map on page 9 here with the different classes and where to find them. So remember, if you look over here on the left-hand side, you see the entrée there. Remember, it's the rez-de-chaussée. And so here they point out the different places. So the secrétariat is on the premier étage. You have the salle informatique is on the rez-de-chaussée. So if you need a computer for some reason, you can access them there. I'm not sure how many are there. It doesn't look like it is quite the same as, say, the UCF library, so be aware. Hopefully you will pack your own computers and be able to use those yourselves. The halle d'affichage and distributeur, this is where you can get some food and look for announcements. You have the salle d'examen, but that's salle d'études, salle informatique, they have another one up there. Salle de conférence, and then salle de repos, so if you need a break between language class and phonetics class, fantastic. So there's a little bit more information for you here about all of their facilities. Again, the Wi-Fi there, and then the library is there that you have access to. So the number of different libraries you can see is just outstanding. So if you are interested in going to any of those, or you're required to go to any of those, you can find out where you need to go. So it says students can buy a Pass Navigo. This is actually something that is being provided to you by UCF as part of the program fee. So this will help you travel around in Paris during the entire month using a Navigo card. You don't have to buy tickets for the metro. You might have to expand like the area that you can travel in. There are different zones, but look for that information. You might think about looking for the Next Stop Paris app that I mentioned in the video for $39.55. So here we go. They have university restaurants, so that's something that you can check out there. Information about the medical services that they have and important phone numbers. Okay, so SAMU 15 if you need the fire department, 18. These are on French phones. I'm hoping that maybe there's some other information. We can ask them on July 2nd if there are any specific other numbers that we need to dial in order to gain access to either the paramedics or the fire department. Okay. Please note the stuff that they list for the academic behavior: consistency in the work performed, punctuality. These are all things that I value, they value, and I know you guys won't give me any headaches about that, so I appreciate that. I thank you in advance for that. Keep in mind also that you are prohibited from eating or drinking in the classrooms. I'm a little bit lax in the classes at UCF, but it's the Sorbonne. It's been around for a little bit longer than UCF, so let's follow their rules, shall we? So that is the information that is provided to you by World Strides. If you haven't taken a look at this document yet, I definitely encourage you to do so. I'm going to go back really quick and scroll up here. Actually, where am I going? I'm looking for the course calendar. So the information that is provided on the World Strides app, I've tried to put into the course calendar for you, including at what time we have these meetings at on July 2nd, and then what they have scheduled for you from World Strides. Again, the question being, do you have the cours de phonétique for 2 weeks or for 4 weeks? We'll find that out. But that calendar is there for you on web courses, so you should have access to that. Okay. Other than that, guys, if you are having difficulty with your language class, if you need some more explanation about the concepts or the grammar that you're covering, or how do I really use this? Is this really what I'm saying? I'm here. I will be there, I should say, for you to ask those questions. So if you or a group of people are having the same difficulty with comprehension, I will be happy to try and share what I know and to help you make sense of it. I have tried on the web courses sites, if you go to modules, this is in every class. It's a little different for each class, but I have tried to give you some of my my lessons, things that I have used in the past with students at your level, to give you a resource. So if you're covering things like partitive articles and the pronouns e and on, that you have some kind of resource if you find that perhaps you're not understanding what's presented or how it's being presented in your French book that you are using in the Sorbonne. Just be aware if I have neglected to take away any of the requirements. If I say, oh, there's work to do on SuperSite, I promise there is no work to do on SuperSite. You guys are not working on See, like here, right? Connectez-vous au SuperSite. Do these things. I did not assign these for you, but if you have access to SuperSite, you're more than welcome to try your hand at those and practice with those. Your textbooks are still a really good source of information, and since they're digital, you have them with you if you still have access through the SuperSite, so that's fantastic. But again, I'm here to help. I will be more than happy to try and pass along what I know and help you make sense of it. But I'm hoping you have a really interesting and fun and informative time in your language classes. And go Knights, charge on. Ciao, ciao.